Hello, world, and welcome to Versatile Kings and Queens podcast. I'm your host, Babyboy, and I have my lovely co-host.
Hey, y'all, it's Ms Elle.
And we are new to the podcasting world. Like I say, it is Versatile Kings and Queens podcast. A lot of people want to know, what do you guys talk about? We have a variety of different topics and ideas that we talk about. I'll just give you guys a few. I'll say like business, family, love, mental health for men and female. A lot of people say sports is for guys. I say in our world, it's more about men and women. It's just we don't just want just guys on the podcast. We just come up with like a different umbrella of ideas out there. Let's just throw a few on. And welcome to our world, and take this journey with us. And we are on season 2, episode 6. I am your host, Babyboy, along with my co-host,
Ms Elle. How you guys are doing?
and we're this episode we're just gonna go something casual, just the two of us. Topics that we ran across: sexual harassment at work for men and women.
So first of all, I just want to put out there that we had a tough time trying to decide on a topic to discuss because we're just we kind of just freestyling it today with just us two.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, intelligence minds. We can sit here and talk. Just sit back and just relax and just talk.
Yes.
So, have you ever been sexually harassed at work since you're a woman?
Well, first of all, women can sexually harass men too at work.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
I've never done that before.
What?
No. I don't think I've ever experienced sexual harassment at work before, but I've had an incident where I thought my supervisor overstepped his boundaries.
Overstep meaning how?
Well, we were talking and I was showing him something on this paper. We were standing up. He's at my desk and I'm showing him this form and I'm asking him questions about it. And he places his hand on my back. And then as I'm talking, he slides his hand down to that curve, where that curve meets that your back and your butt. That curve, like he went a little too far.
Oh, that's what it was. Did you punch him in the face?
No, I didn't punch him in the face. I was like, oh, okay, that's what he doing. So as soon as our conversation ended, I went to the owner of the company. It was a small company.
Okay.
It was a small company. So I mean, my everybody, we're in the same building on the same floor. So I went to the owner and talked to him about it.
Okay. So he was like, I don't know if you ever seen Ted on Ted.
Ted the bear?
Yeah, Ted the bear.
Yeah, I've seen Ted.
The guy, when Mark Wahlberg, he was messing up and the guy wanted to date his girlfriend. He was like, come in my office. I got something to talk to you about. And then he'll start showing off his pictures like, we should really go out sometime. And then when he messed up and he's like, well, let's go out. She gave him a chance. Then, and then he had a hard time trying to get her back.
Oh, dang.
But, things like that happen. I'll give you when I was younger, way younger.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. I was working at a small place in Monroe, and I was just being friendly. Honestly, I was just being friendly. Like, hey, you're a nice looking girl, whatever.
Right, feeding her compliments.
Yeah, right.
Back it up a little bit.
I know. And I was just being friendly, just young and dumb, and I was like, yeah, you're beautiful. We should go out on a date or whatever. And she took it wrong. I mean, I ain't never put my hands on her, whatever. Just she'll smile and, hint back, wink back or whatever. And, she working in the department. I'm working in the department. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. And I guess I got too friendly. I never stalked her. And she went to the manager and said, I was sexual harassment. I was like, what? I was like, oh, my gosh.
So I wonder, what did they define sexual harassment as?
That's a good question. Let me Google.
Because I'm pretty sure you probably weren't. Were you making sexual advances?
Hell no. I mean,
saying how
no.
nice her boobs looking,
Nah.
sitting up or anything like that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Just telling how beautiful she is.
Yes. Yeah. Just
A
being
wonderful personality.
exactly. I mean, some people can't because these days sexual harassment can go a long way. A long way. I mean, and I'm gonna pull up the meaning of sexual harassment for people that don't know. Like me, I'll be slow. I'll be slow.
Okay.
It says, what is sexual harassment? Sexual harassment includes unwelcome sexual advances, which I didn't do, requests for sexual favors, and
You're
other.
requesting sexual favors?
No,
What did it say?
no, I didn't. No, and other verbal or physical harassment of a sexual nature in the workplace or learning environment, according to the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. I should have sued her.
Right?
And
because that was not sexual harassment.
right, because it's been situations where when women are really in workplaces working with major people, I allegedly I heard it on the news with people was being sexually harassed by somebody that was real famous. I'm like, okay, and I saw it. I'm like, it's really, really out there.
Yeah. Especially with the touching. Like, don't touch anybody.
Yeah.
Get your hands off people.
Yeah, don't touch nobody.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Yeah, because people these days they hurt you for real.
Yeah.
So it's sexual harassment is not good. I mean, it's for men and women, and then it's kind of taking a place where in school the teachers are sleeping with the students.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
I mean, back in our days, we didn't have that.
Yes, we did.
Huh? Well,
Yes, we did.
well,
Come on now.
well.
Yeah, we did. There was a couple of pregnant girls walking around the high school, pregnant by adults.
Well, that's true. You're yeah.
It's the same.
You're right. You're
Yes.
right. Well, I put it for as the guy on the guy's side.
Oh yeah, the opportunity of the women.
Yeah, these women be young. These back in the days, it was like hormones. They like
right.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, drinking coffee at their desk.
I
you
know
what I mean.
I know these
with their Sunday dress on.
Yeah.
But nowadays,
it's a different look, different feel. So, I mean, it's not a good thing. I wouldn't want my kids to be sexually harassed in school or at work. So
okay, let me ask you this because you have girls.
If
If you had a boy and he was being sexually harassed at school, see, it's a different turn. It's a different turn of events when it's a male going through that, and he's got this fine teacher that's looking at him and making advances at him. Now, what would you tell him?
Okay, I'm gonna be a good angel. I will tell him, don't do that, son. Don't do that. I mean, even though these kids, they got mind of their own. So
That's true.
These young boys, they like, oh yeah, I'm knocking her down or whatever. I mean, because kids are different these days. And everyone is not raised up in a good household like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say, don't do it. I would say, don't do it.
Just don't do it, son.
Yeah. Now you do have boys.
Yes.
How would you feel?
Oh, I'm going off.
You going off on
I'm
who?
going the teacher.
The teacher.
Yes. How dare you?
Really?
This is my boy. This is my baby. And I mean, your kids. For me, my kids will always be my babies. No matter what age they get, they're still going to be my babies. So if there's an adult taking advantage of my teenage son or younger son, yeah, she got a problem.
Oh, hey, yeah. I mean, with my girls,
oh yeah, I know dads are gonna go hard.
Yeah, I mean they're grown now, but I mean I would hope they didn't go through that. Not that I knew.
But if it was what if they came to you and told you something like that happened? The teacher or somebody, the coach or whatever, made an advancement towards them.
Now, if they was younger,
yeah, when they were younger,
we would have problems.
Oh yeah,
I would have. I would go with my kids. Yeah,
and that makes me think of that story how a lot of those gymnasts, even Simone Biles, And a lot of those girls that were on the gymnastics team and had the doctor, he was accused of sexually harassing them. I don't know if he was accused of sexual harassment, but he got jail time for the things that he was doing.
Really?
Mm-hmm, their doctor.
Oh, wow. Dang, I didn't know that.
So just think, I wonder if any of those girls reached out and talked to their parents about it, because he got away with it for years.
Dang, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Wow. How would you feel if your girls came to you saying someone at the school is harassing me, sexual harassing me?
I think, I don't know if this is right of me to feel that way, but my boys, I would be angry.
Mm-hmm.
My girls, I would be hurt. Like, my heart would be broken that they would have to endure something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I would be hurt and broken that they would have to go through something like that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on. It's kind of messed up in the school system. I mean, because like you say, a lot of the girls that when we was in high school, they was messing with the coaches and principals.
Yeah, but I don't fault the child. I don't, because they can easily be manipulated. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I mean, there were some females in school that were just hot in the pants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were hot in the pants, and I know they probably made advancements and things like that. But at some degree, the adult has to take full responsibility on that.
That's true. That's very true, because these girls, these kids these days, I mean, they not built like we was back in the days, so they're more, they just, some of them, have shape, some of them don't,
that's
and then the
true.
boys is, it's just a different generation. But again, as a parent, or as an adult, you have to say, draw that line. Like,
oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
Because I'm here. I believe it was on the news or something like that. A teacher was, I had read it somewhere. A teacher was sexual harassment a boy, and it was I forgot the story. I think it was on Facebook or something like that. But if I believe something right, he was coaching him or something like that, and he came over there for the weekend or something like that. And I have to bring up the story. And somehow he sexually harassed the boy, and he told his parents. And I was like, "You there to that child trusted you, to train, or he was hurting or something, like his body was hurting because he was working out sports and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Gave him a massage and touched him. I'm like, man, that's just nasty. I'm like,
that's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, but it's I'm not saying, hey, it's right, but it could be something mental in his head that made him want to go there. The teacher.
Oh yeah.
Because you're there to teach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's always something mental off with somebody that does that. Either it happened to them as a kid, or something is wired wrong in their brain to do that.
Yeah, and then they, they're adults and they might have mental issues actually, so that can bring it in. Unfortunately, this bringing out to the kids, it's hurting the kids now. It's something that those kids or that child is like, they're going to remember that for the rest of their life.
Yes, that's true.
And then that's kind of messing them up. You never know that direction. So, I think it should be if I was a principal, I'll talk to all my staff. I'm like, okay, y'all here to do a job. And they may do it because I'm not a teacher or a principal. Mm-hmm. But, it has to be ways to maybe stop the trend. I'm not quite sure there's helplines or something like that. Just I pray for them.
Yeah. And then as parents, we got to be a little bit more diligent and pay attention and watchful of the things for our children, because the kids are already naive, so the parents have to just step it up a little bit and pay attention.
I agree.
Because for one, I wouldn't let my kid go spend the night at an adult's house. That's not
no.
If you can't do whatever you need to do to help him in a public place, no, he's not going to your house. Okay. And you know what? My daughter gives me slack about that. My daughter is, I have a daughter that's 10th grade. Mm-hmm. And you should see how those kids dress. I mean, they don't enforce dress codes at these high schools anymore.
They don't?
No. Well, for us, I remember our shorts or our skirts had to be knee length. Like they had to touch our knee.
Right.
No, not these days. No, these kids are, I've seen a couple of butt cheeks hanging out.
Oh, no.
Picking up my daughter from school. But anyway, my daughter sometimes gives me slack because I don't let her do sleepovers at some of her friends' house. And I have to be, I've been a couple of times only when there's not a man in the house. Like, okay, does she have a dad there? Does she have brothers? You know, if not, you know, I'll think about it, talk it over with her dad, and like, okay, we said you can stay over. But for the most part, my answer is no. And she's like, you never let me do anything. You never let me. I was like, okay, I don't care. But no, the answer is no.
I'll give you an incident. Back in the day, as my girls, you know, we try to raise them the best we can, and some of them can be sneaky because I had my youngest. She knows who she is. God damn it. Dropped off at a party, you know. Like, okay, she was dressed okay, you know, whatever. You know, seen the mom, they was in that party and all the girls, you know,
Yeah.
And I'm like,
seems pretty innocent.
Yeah, it seemed innocent, you know. And we dropped off and like we had went back up. We had said something. We got in the car and I said, "Oh, so we forgot something." And we turned around. We went back in. You know, her little sneaky ass was dressed. She wore some shit up under her clothes.
She had already got out the innocent clothing.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
How many minutes did that take?
Boy, I don't know. I was like, I was frustrated, but like you say, I mean, kids are naive, you know. So everybody go through it or don't go through it. Just try to talk to your kids and you know, give them warning signs. Or you know, it could be in the workplace, it could be in school, it could be anywhere. You know, so just gotta talk to your kids and you know. Yeah,
and for me, I still, because I grew up in those days where when that street light came on, you got to be in the house when that light is on. Or when it start buzzing, you got to be at the door, turning that doorknob. So that's how I raise my kids. It's because I have my sophomore in high school. She's a very outgoing kid. She likes to be outside and things like that. So
yeah, they do. Yeah,
it's kind of slowing down the older she gets. But a few years ago, she just loved to be outside. So her rule was, you know, the lights come on the streets. You're supposed to be at home. So a couple of days ago, she was like, "Mom, I'm going to go around the corner and go meet my friend and talk to her." I was like, okay. So she knows to be home by the time it gets dark. And I'm like, okay, the street lights come on. That's basically too late. You should be home by then. So I was so proud of my daughter because she texted me and she said, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm on my way, but I was praying with my friend." And I was like, okay, you could be a couple minutes late. You know what I'm saying? I can see the moon for a few minutes until you come in.
That's a good thing.
Because I would have been around that corner looking for her and it's dark. But she was very responsible and she texted me and she had a really good reason.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah, clap it up for Kennedy. Love you, girl.
I'll see you, Kennedy. That's good. That's good. Papa, don't you do that. You gotta let that, but you
he's a good kid though.
Yeah,
he's a good kid. He's loving.
Papa's a good dude. I mean, I try do the best. I always talk about an episode. So, but you know, that's what this is. Episode. I know it's short. We're gonna you know, wrap it up. We're wrapping up episode 6.
Yes, this is episode 6.
Season 2, episode 6. We're wrapping it up. We're on Spotify, we're on Amazon, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. I mean,
yes.
Tune in, check us out. Would you like to say any last remarks?
I would also like to just remind everybody, if you would like to donate to Versatile Kings and Queens podcast, please do. We do have a Cash App. Our Cash App is
we're get it ready. We're coming stronger. The list is growing, and listen out for episode 7 and 8. And we coming up. Take this wild ride with us. We'll be back. And peace. Versatile Kings and Queens podcast would like to thank everyone for listening to the show. We're new to the podcast world, but we're excited to be on the air. Take this wild ride with us and feel free to chime in on our Facebook, our IG page. Follow us on IG. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like I say, follow us, like our page, subscribe, and last but not least, tell a friend and all your family members. Feel free to interact with us on the social media pages and drop some topics that we want to hear. Like I say, take this wild journey ride with us, and we'll see you on the next episode.